Good morning. Good morning. Wow, what a morning. Before we get into this extraordinary competition and the students that are here, I have some really exciting news, which is that one of our own, Tracy Wallace, who cannot be here right now because she's accepting a $600,000 check from Mark Cuban, having gone on the real Shark Tank for her company, Eterniva, which turns pet and human remains into diamonds. I think, let's give Tracy a round of applause. Wow. Is that like turning man's best friend into a girl's best friend? Something like that. Anyway, the Shark Tank of Wellness is a unique global challenge in which university students have the opportunity to submit their most innovative, impactful idea for the wellness industry, which, as you know, we define very, very broadly. We received 191 entries from 42 countries. And today you're going to see the 3 finalists defend their ideas in front of the Wellness Sharks. Students submitted a formal written proposal along with a 2-minute video. You'll see those videos this morning. It's interesting to note that this time, the 3 finalists are from the same school, the Savannah College of Art and Design in the US. The judges make their selection without knowing anything about the student schools, totally blind judging. But hats off to Professor Gauri, Misra-Deshpande, I'm going to ask her to stand up, who is professor to all of these finalists. It must be some class. Incredible. Before I bring the Wellness Sharks into the tank, I want to just acknowledge 2 of my colleagues, without whom there would be no competition at all. Kate Sornson and Brianna Mien. Please give them a round of applause. Tirelessly working in marketing and social media, connecting with the students, helping to create this competition. Kate and Brianna are sharks in the making, I can tell you. And since Kate was once a finalist herself, I'm going to invite her up here to help me. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the judges for the Shark Tank of Wellness competition, our own Wellness Sharks. Karen Campbell from Shivasan, Yvonne Chung from Yusum Tong, Mia Karikos from Hyatt, Frank Pizzicalis from Resort Suite, and Mike Pugliese from Circadia by Dr. Pugliese. Please come up. Are we missing a shark?
No, he's right here.
Right here. Oh, there we go. Okay, excellent. So the format for today is fairly straightforward, and you know I have to stay on time or I'd be really in trouble. We'll introduce a finalist, we'll play the video they submitted about their project, and then we'll give each student 1 minute to address the judges, and we'll give the judges 7 minutes for questions.
Thank you. Please welcome Jazmin Darling from Savannah College of Art and Design, United States. All right. Good morning, Jazmin. We're going to play your video, and then you'll have a minute to say something before the Sharks ask you some questions. So if we can please roll the video.
As we evolve and become more conscious of the planet, our impact, and overall wellness, we are adopting a healthier lifestyle, beginning with the food we eat. Organic produce has become a vital part of our daily lives. However, most kitchens haven't progressed. Kitchens were meant to store canned goods and preserved foods. We are throwing away produce that is spoiled too quickly because it stays hidden in our fridge. Food waste is estimated at $161 billion and makes up 70% of our landfills. To help solve this issue, we created Well, organic organizers that display your fresh produce. Well increases the longevity of your fruits and vegetables, educates the consumer on produce needs, and visually stimulates healthy habits. Studies show that the more you see your food, the more you are inclined to eat it. Made of wood and glass, Well decreases the daily use of plastic containers by using sustainable materials. This in turn saves the consumer money and the environment. Rechargeable and energy efficient, the containers optimize the needs of each fruit and vegetable through magnetic technology introduced by GE appliances. The design regulates ideal oxygen flow, temperature, and ethylene sensitivities. This organic organizer consists of cooled and room temperature shelves as well as an herb keeper. It is customizable to your kitchen's aesthetic and seamlessly fits on your countertop, promoting healthy habits and eliminating waste. Well, organic organizers designed with the future of fresh in mind.
Jazmin, great job. You have a minute to say something to the sharks.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. How many people have encountered rotten produce in their refrigerators? Okay, because I know that I have as well, especially by my faves, which are strawberries and oranges and limes. Too many times have I opened my refrigerator with the anticipation of sinking my teeth into a juicy piece of fresh produce or even making a fresh salad, just to find that my produce has spoiled too quickly because I absentmindedly placed it next to an apple. So, as we began to think of ways in which we wanted to improve our healthy lifestyles, we also thought of ways in which we can impact everyone. So through brand innovation, my group and I crafted a product that would rid the use of plastic containers while making society a bit more cautious about where they store their produce and how they store them. Well is the future of food preservation. It has already begun to change my life, and I believe it can do the same for you. Well, thank you.
Okay, sharks, have at it.
So, great concept.
Thank you.
So let's pretend I'm actually one of the real sharks. So I'm Mark Cuban, and I'm going to offer you $20,000 for 20% of your concept. What would you say about that?
For 20% of my concept, I would probably ask for more. Yeah. For sure.
Okay.
I think we've got a bidding war, Kathy.
Let's say we settled on a number. Mm-hmm. What would you do with that? And sort of not just the financial side of it, but really from the perspective of this whole community, how you can leverage this award.
So firstly, to leverage it, we would go through, production and try to really finalize the materials and the technology that we would use to make the well. And from then, we would go into distribution and seeing how we can put it into the market and market it to those who are searching of wellness trends on the internet.
I loved this when I saw it. I thought it was very clever, and we all know that people have different design aesthetics. So I was curious if it comes in other colors and designs, and if that's something that would affect the integrity of the product. So I'm just curious, for people that have different kinds of kitchens, do you have other options?
Okay, so yes, we actually have different color options to fit your kitchen's overall aesthetic, because we want it to be something that would be a nice addition. We don't want you to have to rethink your whole kitchen in order to purchase the well. So it does have different color options, and as we go through more production phases, we do plan on making different sizes, so it would be suitable for every countertop.
You said that you've tested it yourself. Have you had other people testing it? And what have you learned from their feedback?
Well, yes, throughout the whole prototyping phase, we pitched the whole idea to many other different people in the wellness industry who want to improve their lifestyles. And so they actually really liked it, and they felt as if it would visually stimulate their healthy habits. And
was there anything that they gave you that was a suggestion, something you felt you could adapt or make as a future enhancement?
Oh, yes. Actually, the whole customization aspect is a lot of feedback that we got and that we tried to implement into the prototyping phase and into future plans for the product.
I think it's a fantastic concept as well. My question is, to be able to make this available to everybody, have you looked at what your individual costs may be and what a potential price point might be to make this available to everyone who has produce that is rotting in the refrigerator?
Yes, so as we took into consideration the price of production and then the price of distribution, we saw the well being priced roughly around $300. So, but at the same time, it's the battery technology. The technology is rechargeable, so it's a investment that you can have long term, and that you probably wouldn't have to replace it for like 5 years.
That's not bad for a shelf. So tell us about the batteries. Everybody's interested in the sustainability story. Tell us about the products that you're using in the manufacturing.
Okay, so for the actual structure, we decided to use wood because wood falls in the middle of conductors, so it would be able to suit what the product is actually used for. And along with the magnetic technology, we plan on making it run off of a battery-operated motor. But we also do plan on collaborating with expertise in the field to make sure that this product is sustainable and energy efficient, because that's our overall goal.
Bringing a consumer product to market is very expensive and is fraught with a lot of challenges. What's sort of your roadmap to distribution?
So for distribution, we are thinking about, well, in the U.S. market, is which we looked into, we are of course open to expansion, but more so for the U.S. market, we're thinking of partnering with furniture stores like Our House and William and Samoa and West Elm for distribution.
Do you have any idea on the marketing strategy? What kind of populations, or how would you expose your brand, this new product, new concept?
Okay, so in regards to marketing, we plan on targeting individuals who are already researching wellness trends on different blogs or articles through search engine optimization. Also, we plan to work with Whole Foods, and so the well would be placed inside the stores as a showcase for their different produce.
Very good idea. I like the idea of displaying all your produce and making it beautiful and attractive. You want to eat it anytime.
Exactly, that's the point.
So you've got about a minute left with your time. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the details of the technology that you were not able to put into a 2-minute video?
Okay, so for the details of the technology, did you want me to go more in depth on the magnets?
Whatever you'd like to share a little bit more that's going to pique the curiosity, because you've got some of the greatest wellness thinkers in the world in this room.
Okay, so as we know...
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. But as we know, our produce, some are ethylene sensitive and some are ethylene producers. So the well works to cater to the specific needs of our fruits and vegetables. So the top shelf is room temperature for those produce that have longer shelf lives in room temperature settings. And the bottom shelf is a bit cooler for those who have a longer shelf life in cooler settings, along with an herb keeper on the side that you can fill with water, and it would, in a sense, preserve your vegetables. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
It's a great product.
Thank you, Sharks, and thank you, Jazmin.
The next finalist is Simon Lewis, also from Savannah College of Art and Design. Simon?
Hey.
And here is Simon's video.
Throughout schools, workspaces, and homes across the globe, stress is a growing problem. On average, 1 in 13 people deal with some form of anxiety in their daily activities. Anxiety can be triggered by many factors, including technology overload, work deadlines, or personal commitments. Conventional solutions often include time-consuming therapy, large medical bills, and the possibility of addiction to medication. As an alternative to these often expensive routes, we have designed Infuse, a daily home care routine which offers non-addictive, wearable relief to anxiety. One of the main active ingredients in this package is cannabidiol, or CBD. This compound has numerous benefits for the human body, including relief from physical pain and inflammation, anxiety relief, and support for an overall healthy state of mind. With projections of the cannabidiol industry soon reaching $2.1 billion, the all-natural home goods package from Infuse can be an added relief in any household. The Infuse home goods package includes a powder-based tablet to add to any load of laundry, a relaxing linen spray, and a set of wool dryer balls. All of these products can be customized with a choice of essential oils, such as lavender, eucalyptus, lemongrass, rosewater, and tea tree oil. The continuous contact with the infused clothes and linens results in fresh-smelling anxiety relief whenever you need it, wherever you go. Infuse, wearable relief.
Simon, you now have 1 minute to say something to the judges before their questions.
All right. Hey, y'all. My name is Simon Lewis. I am a college student out of Atlanta, Georgia. And we chose this product because it's based around laundry, which is a huge part of my life. I use laundry about every month. And I'm on multiple cycling teams, so I'm traveling almost every weekend. I have a family, friends, and a girlfriend that I love to spend time with. But with all these great things comes a load of stress. Stress can cause us to lash out at each other or just not feel ourselves. And managing this stress is quite difficult, as many of you know. There are current ways to relieve the stress, but who wants to add another ritual into our already hectic day? That's why my team and I have come up with Infuse, a natural way to relieve stress and anxiety while integrating it into your lifestyle. We all do laundry, hopefully, so infusing a little relief into your day might just be what you need for a successful day and a clear state of mind. Thank you.
Okay, sharks, fresh bait.
Tell us about the science of it. How does it work? How long does it last? What are the technical details?
Yeah, so we're still working on the technical details and how long it lasts, but the science behind it is we all have endocannabinoid systems, and CBD is a compound which attaches itself to the receptors in that system and helps you bring it back to homeostasis and kind of balance your body and state of mind out. Yeah, so.
How will you go about testing?
So we would love to have different people test it. It's a low dosage, so we want to have it kind of family-friendly, but we want to integrate it into first, obviously, adults, and then slowly bring that in to different test subjects, and yeah, so.
CBD's had, particularly back in the United States, has had lovers and haters, both on the consumer side of the equation and in government, local markets, federal government, and obviously the debate continues. How do you anticipate managing that ongoing debate while trying to launch a product?
Yes, yeah, that's a great question. So we want to actually educate our consumers on our packaging of what's actually going into their body, where the manufacturer is, and how they are trusted, because we don't want a manufacturer that is not trusted, that is skeptical, and we want a product that is truly explained on the packaging, not just one that you see a label and you say, oh, hey, that looks great, you know? So, yeah.
And there's a lot of sort of misconceptions out there, misinformation about it. We just actually, at the recent ISPOC conference, really at the 11th hour, we were able to get CBD products on the floor. Great. And so it's such a big trend right now, so many products coming to market. How would you differentiate yourself from all of the different CBD offerings today from a wellness perspective?
Yeah, that's awesome. We would actually, educating the consumer would be a big thing of ours, and we want to integrate it as a lifestyle product. So a lot of the products you have to take out of your time to put on, and what if you forget your CBD dropper at work, or what if you forget your lotion when you go on a trip, you know? And so this product is, you throw a tablet, effervescent tablet, into laundry, and you have it integrated into your life, into your daily routine, so you don't have to remember those things.
Is it safe for children? I mean, obviously, when people are doing laundry at home, kids could be running around. So I'm curious what the exposure potential could be if there's any negative effects.
Yes, yeah. So we're wanting to work with people on, we don't have the funding to do research with that right now, but as it is such a low dosage, there are studies starting to come up about children and CBD, and there doesn't seem to be any backlash on that. So
I think it's a very interesting concept. I also, not just the legality of it overall, but my interest is what's the delivery? So we know all about topical application in cosmetic and now oral tinctures. How are we getting the CBD into the body?
yeah, so this is, so it's an effervescent tablet, and then you have linen spray as well as wool dryer balls with the dropper. So when you throw it into the laundry, it's with water, obviously, into the washer. And so it diffuses, and the theory is that it gets within your clothes, and you're able to then dry it with the wool dryer balls and the dropper. And so it's basically just keeps on adding it to your clothing so that it touches your skin all day long, and that is the theory of the application.
So it's a transdermal delivery because it's touching the clothing on your skin.
Yes, sir.
Have you think of expanding the line from laundry to even textile products or tissue paper that people can still bring along on the go?
Yes, for sure, yeah. There are products starting to come out on that side of things, and we really want to focus on laundry right now, but we would definitely be into integrating it into other products like toilet paper and all of the small products. Yeah, so.
So my question is related, but if the application, like the dosage, really is, I'm not sure, is it known? Like, would you know if you put it into a load? Technically, because to get approvals, if you can't measure that, because first of all, there's two ends of the scale. Either it's so low that it's completely ineffective, or it's so high that it could cause issues. So how do you get around that?
Yeah, for sure. That's a great thought, because we would like to work with experts in the field, and we would spend a lot of our money on research of how it is affecting you and the dosage of that. And that is another thing that we want to consider. We want to be able to educate the consumer on what dosage you need for based on weight, gender, all of that. So, yes, sir.
Do you think that it's personalized to that level? Because typically the household wash is going to have everybody's laundry in together.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's a good question. So, what's up? Yeah. So, yeah, we would like to personalize it, but obviously it's really hard when you have a dad and then you have a child. So we want to have something that, this isn't like a cure-all for everything. This isn't like you take CBD and get 200 milligrams of it. We want to do somewhere around anywhere from 20 to 60 milligrams integrated into it. A low dosage pack, maybe for the kids, and then a little bit higher for the adults, but something to ease the stress.
I know we only have 30 seconds left. I'm just curious if you've contemplated creating an advisory board of medical personnel. For example, the former U.S. Surgeon General of the United States happens to be in the room right now, and
Yeah.
I just wonder if you're contemplating or taking applicants.
Yes, the application is open. Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. See Stephen Latourneau in the back about funding.
All right, our last finalist for today is Matthew Payne, also from Savannah College of Art and Design. And here is Matthew's video.
Over 75% of people in this room are dehydrated at this moment. The average American will drink 2.5 cups of water per day. Although it sounds like a menial problem, dehydration is an easy way to throw off your body's balance and daily functions. Here at Rue, we have a solution. Introducing the Rue Straw, a reusable, collapsible metal straw that has detachable, biodegradable flavour capsules. These Infuse capsules are packed with antioxidants, electrolytes and key minerals. Our innovative design centres around an 8-cup flavour capsule system that ensures users drink the recommended amount of water. When your flavour runs out, you've hit your daily goal. Customers will buy the first starter pack, which includes the roux straw, a straw cleaner and 3 capsules. Customers will have a choice of various flavours, each offering different health benefits and effects, ranging from a motivator capsule to a de-stressor. Here at roux, we care about the planet. Thus, we have created an environmentally friendly product. 8.3 million plastic straws pollute the world's beaches each year. On average, Americans use 1.6 straws per person per day. Plastic straws can't be recycled and do not decompose. Globally, 86% of sea turtles are known to be affected by plastic debris. Our straws are made from high-quality stainless steel, allowing the user to reuse them, straying away from the one-use plastic alternative. Our capsules use the latest in biodegradable technology, meaning they can be broken down by living organisms when disposed. Our mission at roux is to help our body and our planet.
And Matthew, you now have 1 minute to say something to the judges before their questions.
Thank you. So first of all, I'd like to thank the Global Wellness Summit for this incredible opportunity to be here today. I would also like to briefly mention Mind and Body, who gave us these great reusable straws in our Global Wellness packs. I think there's possibility for a collaboration here. So when people think of a healthy lifestyle, they rarely consider the importance of hydration. Typically, the thought of exercise, rest, and healthy eating overlooks the single most important contributor to staying healthy, which is indeed hydration. So whether you're a student busy with self-indulgence, procrastination, perhaps a busy professional with a hectic travel schedule, or even an athlete performing at the top of your game, hydration is key. The hydration industry is expected to boom to $2.83 billion come 2020, and that's not to mention other distributors within the hydration industry. Thank you.
Okay, sharks.
Great idea as well. So, have you thought about additional elements to the concept in the sense of, there's obviously a worldwide problem around clean drinking water.
Yep.
So the ability to maybe have a special that would actually help filter water as you're drinking it. Is that something you've thought about at all in this design?
Yeah, definitely. I think the key to roux is that this is the base element, and it can really spread exponentially after the first model. So the capsules that we use are biodegradable. We're looking at using biopolymers to construct those, and the filtration system at the top could really be applied in many different instances. So for us, it's hydration at the moment, but there's definitely room and scope to go into something like you mentioned, definitely.
Can you tell us a bit more about the capsules? What will be the ingredients and the flavor? Where do they come from?
Yeah, so as we were thinking of this idea, we really thought personally about it. What do we need on a daily basis? And as you saw in the video, each capsule does a different thing. So one of them's a motivator, one of them's a de-stressor. In terms of the technology itself, we're looking a lot into sort of nanogels and different things that can be used inside the capsules. It's still something we're looking into, and with funding and investment, something we'll look into even further. But it's definitely going to be healthy, nutrient-based with minerals for the user.
There are a lot of people who are using, water bottles.
Yeah.
And so to some extent, a water bottle competes with a straw. Have you thought of any way that you could maybe adapt your product to work with a water bottle?
Yeah, so sort of furthering on the point I mentioned just before, we see this product as the first of many products in the line of roux. We're actually debating the idea of bottle caps with suction tops, where our technology could also be implemented across a wide range of products within the hydration industry. This would definitely just be the first of many products within roux.
So if you were to win the scholarship, what would you do with that money?
Oh, that's a good question. I've not put too much thought into that. But take a quick holiday, gather myself, and then... I think the key would definitely be pinpointing the technology within the filtration system. We know there's a lot of stainless steel straws coming to market. It's a big talking point at the minute. However, nothing out there is actually implementing a capsule system on top of these straws. So we're really trying to make drinking water more fun, more experiential than ever before.
What would separate you from those competitors and those products that are already on the market?
Well, there's nothing like ours on the market. I think that automatically separates us. I think having Rue is very focused on wellness, and it's an environmentally friendly product. The team behind it are completely invested in the idea. So yeah, I think just overall the product itself, there's nothing like it, so that is what separates it automatically.
And so the concept sounds great from a conceptual perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, you're hitting all the marks. But in reality, I mean, if you haven't done the research in terms of how you get the flavor and how, because, you know, you'd think the beverage companies would have figured this out. I mean, I know there are beverages in the market that's water, and they have a little sort of mixture at the top where they can go, and then you can flavor the water automatically. So I'm just curious, is this just an idea that sounds great, or have you put a lot of research into sort of the whole element of the flavoring? And you said 8 cups, and then it's reused. It's not, I guess it's disposable at that point. So how do you know it's 8 cups and that it'll actually work and you'll get the flavor as well?
Yeah, so we looked a lot into how tea bags work, and so obviously that's something that when it is water soluble, it lasts for a duration. So you can make a cup of tea and in 8 hours you can drink it cold and it still has the contents that you would have had you made it 2 minutes previously. And so the technology itself, like I was talking about nanogels and different things, we definitely think it's attainable. And I don't think this is, just an idea and a concept. I think it's definitely something that can be put into fruition with the right research into the actual capsule itself.
Can you talk about the componentry? Is it, I saw the capsules, but what comes in the product? Is it the straw, the cleaning kit, what are the pieces that you're ultimately buying?
Yeah, so the main element is the starter pack, so that's the initial point of sale. In that you will get the reusable straw. It will come with 5 different pods and a straw cleaner. I think the key business proposition of this is that you get a lot of repeat purchase. So the pods themselves, once people have the straw, that is the basis of this product. However, the pods are something that people will have to top up, and we're looking at implementing the pods into different stores such as Whole Foods, even gas stations, where people can easily access them. And so in terms of a business proposition, it's a lot more lucrative.
And is the pod able to be partially used today and then subsequently used tomorrow, or do I have to drink mango all day?
Well, it depends. I like mango, so I would. But no, the key to this is that we don't want one pod to be used on one day. If you know you've used one pod, then you know you've hit the limit, the base of your hydration for that day. Our aim is that in the morning you might wake up, you might feel a little dreary, you'll have an energizer capsule that morning. That might take you through till 11 a.m. And then you can change your pod out and use a different one. And after the usage, after the 8 cups, that pod is then thrown away. It's biodegradable. And so really the pods have to be integrated on a daily basis. And like I said, 1 is not the minimum. You can use as many as you want in a day.
And is there any visual indication that the pod is finished, or it's just through the taste?
It's mainly flavor-based, so it will start out, obviously the strength of the flavor will indicate that, okay, I need to keep drinking. And obviously we have realized that this is something that is person to person. It can obviously change due to the strength. We're also debating whether we could do something with color, the dilution of color within the capsule, which I think would be a really nice indicator of what strength is left.
What about the pricing strategy? I mean, this kind of sounds like you buy a printer that's affordable, but then the ink cartridges cost a lot of money. So I'm just curious what model you're using in that.
Yeah, so we've done some research into the stainless steel straw itself is very cheap to produce. Maybe $4, $8 would be the price point. The capsules themselves, we aim to maybe per capsule around $2 to $3. However, I mean, this is a product that's really going to help you on a daily basis. People are more than happy to go to Starbucks and spend $6 on a coffee, so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sharks.